Welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is May the 7th, 2022. I believe it is. Yes, it is. And we got some WWE SmackDown to talk about. And we got some AEW Rampage to talk about. Because tonight we got Impact Wrestling's Under Siege. And then tomorrow night we got WWE's WWE's WrestleMania Backlash. That will be happening here for this weekend. So let's get to the AEW Rampage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got Ruby Soho and Toni Storm will be versus Britt Baker and Jimmy Hayter. And the winner of that match that I heard of is Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. Two former WWE superstars beat the original AEW's superstars, except for Jimmy Hayter. She came to AEW a couple months ago, something like that. Then we have Hook versus J.D. Drake. The winner of that match was Hook. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we heard that Danhausen will be making his debut, and he came to Hook and to ask him to be in his corner because Mark Sterling will be in Tony Nese's corner, but Hook said no. But some reason Hook and Danhausen has a problem with chips. So Danhausen put some chips on the ground, and then he left, and then Hook grabbed the chips, and I guess he wanted to take some, and he said no, and he drops it and he walks away. Will we see a tag team between Hook and Danhausen? People want to see it. People want to have it. Will AEW let that tag team happen? Then we had the Riho versus Yoka in the Owen Hart's qualified match. I believe this is the last match because I believe next week is the beginning of the tournament, and there's going to be two jokers, one in the men's and one in the women's. So, of course, it's going to be a debut superstar on the men's side and the women's side. But we got Riho versus Yoka. The winner of that match was Riho getting the win and heading to the tournament. Then we had Jay Lethal versus somebody, I can't even say his name. Some Japanese guy that I don't know his name. I'm sorry. I'm not going to try to disrespect the name, so I'm not going to try to say his name. So the winner of that match was Jay Lethal. I believe they were attacking this guy, and then Best Friends came out. Best Friends got taken out by that big giant guy, Singh. And then Sanjay Dutt came out, and then Samoa Joe came out with a lead pipe, but the security guards and the referees try and break up the brawl. So that happened there. Good job for everybody else that won in that show. Now we got SmackDown to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things are happening. I'm just sweating, guys. It's hot in my apartment. I really don't know why. But I'm sweating. So if you guys see me wiping my head, it's because I had a sweat all over my dang face. It's annoying. I don't like sweating. But it's hot in here. My heater's still on, and I don't know why. So, yeah. So if you guys see me wiping my face, it's because I'm trying to get the sweat off of my face. It's annoying. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have SmackDown. Not a lot of segments happened, except for the end when we saw the face-to-face of the 6 men that will be in a 6-man tag team match at WrestleMania Backlash. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Shayna Baszler. We were supposed to have a match between Charlotte Flair and Aaliyah because Charlotte Flair is a little embarrassed because she couldn't win the Beat the Clock challenge last week because Aaliyah, she survived. But ladies and gentlemen, and then Charlotte Flair has some words that I don't really care of, but she says she's going to make an example what she's going to do to Ronda Rousey in their I Quit match this Sunday, and she just attacks Aaliyah. And then here comes Ronda Rousey to make this save for Aaliyah. A big brawl happening. They're trying to do their submissions and all that stuff. And then securities, and the personnel and the referees are trying to get these ladies off each other and stop the brawling. Well, ladies and gentlemen, more dangerous women will be in action. We got Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks, and we heard that next week the women's tag team titles is still on the line. it doesn't matter if Naomi has her arm, she still has to defend the titles next week. But we had Sasha Banks versus Shayna Baszler. It was a pretty decent match, not bad. These two were doing a good job. But the winner of that match was Shayna Baszler, but with a little help of Natalya as well. Naomi, I don't think she could help because she has a big, long cast around her arm, and she has to hold her arm like this because it's hurting her. But at the end, we got Natalya and Shayna Baszler attacking Naomi, and they both are attacking the arms of Sasha Banks and Naomi. But I believe Natalya's trying to make Naomi watch Shayna Baszler do the same thing what she did and stomp on that arm. But Naomi kicking the side of the head of Shayna Baszler, kicking her off of Sasha Banks. And then she elbowed Natalya off of her, and then they start running. Will we see those two standing tall, Sasha Banks and Naomi, or the challengers will be standing tall, holding the tag team titles next week? We will find out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Drew Gulak is done. He's done auditioning for other jobs. He got beat up as a announcer. He got beat up when he was an assistant to Adam Pearce. And he got beat up when he was when he was the timekeeper. So, what? Let him do a job that he gets beat up. He was a wrestler, and he versus Gunther. And the winner of that match was Gunther. At least Gunther versus a contracted WWE superstar. Right? That's a good thing. Speaking of contracted superstar, yesterday it was official. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody's contract expired, and I already knew this was going to happen because her husband, he did not renew his contract, and she is not going to do the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Candice LeRae is no longer part of WWE. I knew that it will happen, and we haven't seen her for almost a year, I believe, because she got a baby, and Johnny Gargano left WWE because his contract expired. Thank God they didn't get released. They didn't get fired. I believe the WWE loves Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, and they will let them come back if they want to. Because not a lot of wrestlers could have done a farewell speech. But Johnny Gargano he done that. He's allowed to do that because the guy, I guess he doesn't have a lot of heat in backstage like some other wrestlers does in backstage, and that's why they got released. But I don't think, I guess Johnny Gargano, I guess he's a really nice guy and he understands business. Not like some other people that doesn't understand business. Oh, they fired me, I'm going to talk trash on the internet. I don't think Johnny Gargano, I never heard anything of Johnny Gargano talking trash. He even talked about the game. He played 2K22. He played 2K22. Some people won't want to play 2K22. If you're a former WWE superstar. I don't care about WWE. I'm going to work for myself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and there's more contracts that got expired. AEW, you already know AEW. Jack Evans, Marco Stuntz, Stu Grayson. I forgot the other person. But that's okay. I think it was Joey Janela. And Willie Mack from Impact Wrestling is no more on Impact Wrestling. A lot of contracts expired, and ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say, but I'm hoping some of the AEW guys come to WWE in NXT, just like Willie Mack as well. But what is Rich Swann going to do without no tag team partner? What are they going to do? I don't know. We will find out. But ladies and gentlemen, next match, we got Ridge Holland and Sheamus versus the New Day in a tables match. Well, we thought New Day would win this because there was no Butch. There's no signs of Butch. Well, guess what? Butch made a distraction on the New Day, and then Ridge Holland and Sheamus put Xavier Woods through a table. And I guess Butch is back in the team. And he starts beating up Xavier again, and Sheamus tried to stop that like 3 times. He's like a dog. Then we had Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke. He wants to do this for the Bloodline. And he has Adam Pearce next week. I will versus Shinsuke, but he says, you know what? I do something better for you. Sami will have a match against Shinsuke tonight in the main event. And that's what he did. And the winner of that match was Sami Zayn by countouts. Then we had our face-to-face. We got the RK Bros and Drew McIntyre. Hey, they acknowledge a lot of things. And making fun of the Bloodline. And then the Bloodline came out, and then they all brawled. But ladies and gentlemen, the people that standing tall was Drew McIntyre and RK Bro is standing tall. Will that happen at WrestleMania Backlash? We will find out. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys for tonight. No, tomorrow, because we're not doing live results. I'm not watching Impact Wrestling Under Siege live. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to have Under Siege results, and tomorrow night we're going to have WWE's WrestleMania Backlash results. And it's Mother's Day. I hope every mother is going to have a great day. That's all for today. Time is out. Bye.